Okay.
Surprised that hasn't needed updating.
I know, it's working away fine there. Just plug and play, basically. Right, so that's recording now. That's good. Let's get... I suppose we can get on after our big delay. Get on with the goddamn
fucking show!
Dogcast Batted Radio. This is Dogcast Batted Radio.
Come gather round, all ye bastards, and raise up a cock to this our stern.
Ladies and gentlemen!
Not expect where that
you
intro
did not at all. I'm impressed. Holy shit, that's been I think maybe the break has done you good because we've been a few weeks off and you've calmed down a bit, it seems. Not stampeding over the intro, not raging away to the beginning of the show.
No.
You know, not stubbing out cigarettes on my forehead. It's been great so far. I'm loving it. Hello there, folks. Welcome to the DHB Radio Show, episode 266, I believe we're on to now. Not including obviously excess shows and all that kind of carry on. Lurch, it is damn good to see you, pal. It's been a few weeks. We've had a wee break.
Shalom, baby.
We've had a wee kind of like summer break, a summer holiday, if you will, like Cliff Richard, but less probably touchy. Ooh. And we've had like obviously the kids have been off school, so we've all been relaxing and doing our thing and being busy. You've been busy with all the folk out trying to feed themselves and our kids. And
you didn't sound relaxed.
I wasn't
on
relaxed.
your last XS show.
I was not relaxed. The slightest. No, not.
No.
It's
What did you expect?
6 weeks.
What did you expect,
fucking
kids? What did you expect? Did you expect it to be free?
I mean, well, no, I expected not to be touched so much. Like, just stop touching me. Stop grabbing onto me. Like, I just like, I at least spent a whole day. All I want is one day with nobody saying, Dad, or fucking like grab my hand or climbing on my head or just, you know, being in my space.
Jungle gym, your head.
It's a fair thing, to be honest with you. It's like they do need like a base camp, my team of Sherpas to get this big bad boy. But yeah, it's been 6 weeks of just utter stress and carry on. And then
money.
you have to...
money.
No money. Fucking tapped out. Do you know how much it costs to entertain these fuckers? And I'm pretty sure every venue or every soft play venue or every fucking thing you do to entertain kids jack up their prices for the summer holidays, you know? So they'll go and say, right, let's go to the soft play area, you know, and maybe we'll have two little cakes for the kids, that's fine. Maybe a wee coffee, a wee latte for Dad.
It is a soft play
Soft play is like, you get like, you know, when they ball pits and there's climbing frames and there's like slides and there's big foam filled rollers something and dive through and it's like one of these.
You make that a park name there, no?
No, and it's not a park though. You're in a building. You're in a warehouse probably with scaffolding. Your bairns are climbing scaffolding, and of course then you've got the ball pit and there's bairns in there sneezing everywhere and fucking. I saw one bairn with a fucking buttered sandwich. Just wiping the butter and all the fucking things, you know, all the handles and stuff. And
you're telling your kids to go scrape it off. Come on.
I know,
times are hard.
You know how much butter is these days? Fucking hell. So yeah, tapped out physically, emotionally, you know, monetarily. It's just been a fucking horrible 6 weeks.
So you should just put something on the end of it.
Well, that's why everything's cut now. Everything's done. I got the letter through. There are no sperm cells present in your samples.
That means you can go into rape now.
There's still DNA.
It's still DNA.
Still DNA. Yeah, still DNA, sadly. So this means I won't give any bairns. But yeah, so 6 weeks of hell.
But you're biting the most like prestigious postcode. It was because you're a toff.
I'm not a toff. I'm a country loon now, you see. There's nothing prestigious about where I stay. It's just a nice country area. You see. I mean, I've left the confines of the city because really the city, Aberdeen's getting worse.
Was it not doing it for you anymore?
It wasn't doing it for me anymore. I wasn't getting that tickly bit anymore from the city. You know, it became the shitty. And it's at a point now where you do the thing where you drive into the city, not around here because you're on the outskirts essentially. You're kind of like
I'm hovering.
You're hovering. You know, you're okay. So your area is good. You drive in, it's fine. I can come in the back road. I'm here. It is good. It's a direct line almost. But then you go into the city, and it's just you don't. You're not being a snob, but you get that like
yeah, but you are.
You just look around and go ugh, everything ugh. Look at it ugh. And you like even driving through like old places I used to stay and stuff, and old houses and stuff. And at the time you think, I used to quite like being there and like being there, and then you go by and go, oh my god, how can people survive in this?
Can't believe I lived like this.
Can't believe I lived like this. Pass me the Dom Perignon. Fucking just ugh. It's that ugh feeling it is, you know.
So you're not a fan?
I'm not a fan, to be honest with you, anymore. I'm done with the city. I'm done with cities in general. I've never been a big city fan. You see, even when I moved here when I was younger, coming from Thurso, it's
Why here?
because
The world was your oyster, and you chose here.
Well, at the time I was dating somebody from Thurso, and her sister lived down here. And she was like, let's leave Thurso. I'm like, great, where can we go? Well, we can go down and stay with my sister for a while. That wasn't a great idea. Her sister was a very heavy drug user. So that was an eye-opener, like, holy shit. Why does everything smell funny? Because I'm naive as fuck back then. I have no idea, what the marijuana smell like, or
why is there no spoons in the cutlery?
why is there no spoons, and why are they all blackened? What's going on there?
Why'd you keep stealing them?
Oh, Jesus! You walk into a haze of smoke and like burnt spoons and tinfoil. What the fuck's going on in here? No idea, because I was naive. So yeah, that's what when I first moved down here was, because in Thurso I loved the place, but it was a very small town mentality. If you farted on one side of the town, the other side thought you'd shit your pants within 5 minutes. It was just you couldn't do nothing with the whole place fucking gossiping about you. It became a bit too small, I think, for me. I was like, I like being in small places, but I don't like people.
How fucking smart is this fucking city of yours compared to this fucking place? This place is tiny.
But then the thing is, though, with Aberdeen is like you move to Aberdeen, and especially when you live in certain areas, your neighbours just completely ignore you, which is great. So nobody speaks to you. It's wonderful. I lived in Tillydone for years, don't even know any of my neighbours' names. I think I maybe knew a couple of them that in passing, and that was it. Didn't know anybody else. It was great. But I saved one guy from hanging himself, but other than that was kind of it, It was, but I loved it. Just leave me alone, leave me in peace. Don't come fucking, don't gossip about what I'm doing or speaking about or seeing or fucking doing things. But then, of course, I got into, bouncing. Drugs, heavy porn use. Got into the bouncing lark, and then you're in amongst a group of people who are probably the biggest fishwives in the fucking world, and the next thing you know is like, oh my God, did you hear what he said? For fuck's sake, and it pissed me off again. Got angry, and then, of course, when I met the Rubes, it was like, well, she's like, let's move out of the city. And I'm like, that's a great idea. So, because to the same money to buy a house in the city, we got a far bigger place out the road. And, bit of garden.
You'd be your fucking ensuite fucking on.
Oh, no.
Every room's got ensuites, you fucking...
Three toilets. 3 toilets.
I think you when you was 9.
I know. I'm still 9. I'm skint. I'm tapped out. I drove here in a fucking beat-up old Ford Focus with no fuel in it. I want the vapours.
See, if the chat room was here, they'd be asking, is the handbrake on?
Oh, the handbrake's on, yeah. And it's in gear. And I've parked on a flat bit of road as well, too, so just in case. But no, so it's been 6 weeks of, entertaining 2 kids, one of whom, the older one, is a bit more calm and a bit more kind of delicate and a bit more reserved.
It says you've got like a fucking pet tracker on him.
A pet? We do have a tracker on him now. It's great.
You're lugging into him.
It's amazing, right? It's amazing. It's a wristwatch, right? So you bung him out with his pals, and he's been told that you can't go past a certain area. I'm pretty sure you can set like a ring guardian on these
like
things.
Fucking
the running man.
The running man necklaces.
Well, kind of. Well, at least it will be eventually when I figure it out. But you can set like a ring guardian to go past the guardian, you get a wee alert, you see. But until I can figure that one out, is currently I can on my phone, I can quickly dial into his watch.
You can invade his privacy.
I can turn on the speaker to see what he's fucking saying, right? I can GPS locate exactly where he is, right? Which is amazing. I can tell his watch, to take photographs and send them to me. So you get like a crotch, you get a tree, you might get a side of a van, whatever his watch is pointing at that
At
moment.
what point does he stop wearing it for his finger blasting lassies?
Well, because you're not wanting to tune into that one, are you?
No.
Why is he in a pond?
Why is he running really fast at 11 o'clock at night?
Why is he slapping jelly? What's going on there?
It's up really high.
Oh, jeez, he must move our sprint, little bastard. So yeah, that's
How the fuck do you find out about one of these things?
Because, well, I saw one of his friends wearing one and said, oh, what's that thing you have on? Oh, it's it. My mum and daddy make me wear it. Because as he was at our place playing with our son, it rang. And then it's, oh, hello. So he answered his call. There's his mum. Right, time to come home now. And I'm like, oh my God, she can phone him. She can phone him, tell him to come home. We need one of these. So we got one of these. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. I mean, you can't put a chip in their neck.
I did wonder if that thing was you were wearing on your wrist, Ken.
Well, I probably had a probe put into me, probably anally while I'm sleeping. I don't know. It's like, when people wake up and go, "Oh, I was kidnapped by aliens," and I had a strange dream about getting kidnapped by someone with huge teeth. what looked like a fork getting jammed in my anus. And the next day, why do I keep hearing a beep occasionally? What's that about? Is that just when I walk backwards, because I'm fat? So yeah, that's been kind of our 6 weeks, is trying to deal with these little bastards.
Did you survive?
Just, man. But see, it's fine because they're at an age where, I'm quite happy to fuck them onto a TV. Like, here's some YouTube. Go and watch. But that's probably more brain draining than anything else.
Is that a bit brain damaging?
Brain damaging. Well, probably more so for me than it is for them. Oh. Angus is into, there's a couple of games that he plays that he watches videos about on YouTube, and he deep dives. He goes in, he's searching for the name of the songs in the game. He's methodical as fuck. He knows. There's one game called Undertale. It's got a soundtrack of about 30 odd songs. And if you can play one of them and go, "What's that one called?" And he'll say, "Oh, that's Moonlight Stroll by fucking so." You're like, what the fuck?
You got Rain Man as a son.
Rain Man, exactly. Basically, if it involves,
is he going to drive the car on Sundays?
If it involves fucking Minecraft or fucking Undertale or Among Us, oh Jesus! How many matches?
Minecraft. Is that still a fucking thing?
Still a thing, pal. Still a thing. People still play the fuck out of that. Still one of the biggest games in the world. I know.
So how does that work when you say to them, "I mind when I was a loon, I used to play that game"?
But then they look at you like you're stupid and old. Which is, he's got a point with you. "Oh, you don't know, Dad. You don't know." I'm like, dude, I was there when the ancient texts were written. Fuck are you on about? No, I'll show you, prick.
I mean, Minecraft 0.10.
Because what he'll do is he'll say, "Oh, Dad, do you want to play a bit of Mario Kart?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'll play some Mario Kart." He's never won once. No, fuck it. I'm lapping the bastard.
Good.
Right? Because they've got to learn. You can't let them off easy.
Have you heard you can sports day? There's no first, second, or third. Artie's a winner.
Participation medals they get.
Bollocks. Mm-hmm. I used to get the only fucking time I was good at sports was when I was told you'll get £1 for every first you get.
Oh no.
I was a trans athlete back in as well. I'm running the fucking lassie scenes and all. Like £4.
Lassie shot put, here we go.
Yeah. Visit Strong Woman. Have you never seen that South Park with fucking...
Oh, Randy Savage?
Yes.
Fucking gold. Oh dear. Did you see there was a trans athlete, I think it might be in Canada. This was on the news. Well, it's in the news, online news there. Was it yesterday before? Trans athlete, male to female, started competing in women's powerlifting events and has destroyed every record that Canada had. And then did an interview saying, "Rest of you women are shit, you don't have your games here, us 4 women should be stronger than this. What are you playing at, And you're like, oh, talk about fucking stoking a fire, pal. Jesus. And he looks like he's built, right? Sorry, she's built, sorry.
Yeah, right, boy.
Sorry, I do apologise. They, them. We'll say they, because that might offend people, I imagine.
Pronouns or adjectives they're going by, though? You're assuming pronouns?
I'm going by sexy or by gorgeous. Hello, sexy. Fucking, I've got to show you that video because of facing this thing. Holy fuck. A bit longer hair, of course. But it's not a wig. I think it's an irregular hair. Male power receding baldness at the front.
A fair moose knuckle.
I think it's still kind of pre-op, so there's still the sausage and 2 veg is still there. But yeah, just sitting there like fucking like a Neanderthal brow, like myself. Fucking women, you're shit. I just beat you all. God.
Is he suddenly a retard now?
Yes. Speaking of retards. I've got to tell you a story.
Right.
Right. I'm going to do this as respectfully as I can, right? So, I've told you before about I've got a VR headset.
Yes.
Called the MetaQuest 2, and it's fantastic. I love it a bit. Not so much for gaming because
for pornography is amazing though. That links you keep sending me are fucking
shut your face. But there's an app on there called Big Screen, and on Big Screen you can watch video content or people's live streams of what they're watching, but you can watch it in a small room or a movie theatre, for example, on a big screen. I quite often will jump in there and watch a movie on my headset because it looks like you're in a cinema and you're watching it on a big screen, which is great. And but in big screen, people can host their own rooms and they can make them public if need be. And quite often you'll find, during like pay-per-views, people will stream the pay-per-view and then you can jump in and watch it. So I've watched like UFC events, I've watched wrestling events for free because people are watching it or streaming it on this app. So one night, again, it was like kids are in bed, wife's in bed. I'm like, I'll stick on the headset, watch a movie.
I've seen that wink here. I get you.
Watch a movie. So jumped on that and thought I'll browse what's available in the public post, the public pages. And I saw Black Widow. I thought, okay, I like about Black Widow. I'll go watch that. So jumped in, and there's the rooms can hold 15 people. So in this room already, there's maybe about 3 or 4 people. And because you're in a movie theater, you know, you can sit pretty much, wherever you want in this theater, the back, at the front, wherever you choose your space. Because you're using 2 handsets and you're using a helmet or a visor, your avatar in this thing, pardon me, will mimic your movements, you know, so wherever you wave or you can move your head and blah, blah. So I'm sitting probably like 3/4 of the way back and there's, you know.
Pee Wee Herman sitting in front of you.
Well, there's a sultry chap down near the front, you see. And so you can also speak with these things. You know, they've got inbuilt microphones, so you can like push a button on your handset or you can set it to broadcast all the time. And you can say, oh, hello, how you doing? How did you see that? Holy shit, you know, and you can chat to your fellow sports or movie watchers.
My anxiety's gone through the roof at the thought
of that. It's wonderful. I block everyone so I can't hear them. But I could just hear like a... Who the fuck's that? Who the fuck is doing that? And I'm looking around and there's other folk kind of just sitting and looking around and this guy at the front, but his kind of head's kind of bobbing a little bit. And I was like, fucking, what's he doing? So to move in this thing, you've got a thumbstick and you push forward and an arrow points to where you want to go to. You release it and you teleport to that spot. So
hot jumping.
Hot jumping, basically. So I'm jumping down the rows to go down to where he is, just to see what's going on. So I jumped down to like his row on his left and maybe about 2 or 3 seats along from him, and I'm looking across at him. Now, if he looks at me, he can see me looking towards him, right?
So you could go like, oh, and look away really quick.
But I could see like, so you've got the controllers in your hands, right? And they mimic your hand movements. If you set a controller down and it kind of sits funny, it looks like your hands all twisted around the other way and it's just idle. It's doing fuck all, you see. So this guy's got one of these deformed hands, like his right hand's lying kind of deformed, and his left hand is just kind of like moving as normal. But his body's just fucking jerking away. But then he spots me and he stops and he just like turns and looks at me and he's staring at me for like 20 seconds. And, and I'm looking at him and I was like, so I push the button because I've got a set so you can push the button to speak. Push the button. Hello, how you doing? And he's still staring at me in the face, right? Now, again, I'm not being disrespectful. I'm not making fun of the voice, right? I am Mastiff Debating. Just staring me cold in the eyes, Lurchy. I am Mastiff Debating. I was like, he's in a wank. Oh, wise up. So I turned around and there was like 5 folk by there. I'm like, oh, he's in a wank.
Call a constable.
He's watching. So on the screen, it's got Scarlett Johansson in her Black Widow costume and she's doing the whole fighting thing and he's just saying, and I am Mastiff Debating. So, and I've got a mute and I'm fucking hee-hawing laughing. But I'm trying to keep quiet because I'm too loud. I'll wake up the wife and kids. And I'm just sitting with this fucking... I'm sitting on my sofa with the handsets falling out of my hands now because I'm fucking
Now you've got the spastic hands.
I'm just... and I'm doing that kind of guttural kind of laugh, you know. But he's still staring at me. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, sorry, I didn't quite catch what you said there, pal. Did you say you were masturbating? He's like, I am masturbating. I don't know. I don't know if he was Mastiff Debating, maybe or something, or Master Debating. Who knows?
He's maybe identifying as some kind of dinosaur.
I don't know. Just that probably has been one of my favorite experiences in VR so far.
Well, you've sold it for me.
It's the best. Like, there's even people. If you have friends, right, like yourself, if you have one of these headsets, you can say, right, we're watching fucking this movie tonight at so and so. See you there. You're in a theater together, or you can be in a small room, or you can be wherever you want to be, and you can chat as way if need be, and you can look at this shit, blah blah. But or you can masturbate to Black Widow if you want to choose to. It's just gold.
Could we do a show on that?
There'll be what? Sorry.
Could we do a show on
Absolutely. So there's a thing called Meta Horizons on this headset.
I've got an Oculus Rift.
I don't know if it'll work or we can communicate between the two. I think there's maybe different ecosystems on these two things. Possibly. Ecosystems. But you can pick up one of these things, I say cheap, but they're like 200 odd quid now for one of these things. But
Does it link up to a computer?
Yes. So you can link it to your PC if need be, and you can use it as a VR headset for stream or for playing content on your Steam. Or you can play it wirelessly and just install stuff onto your thing wirelessly and use it that way. So, but yeah, there's people who've made like comedy clubs and stuff. Like, so you can build your own kind of room. So and they give you all the building blocks you need to build a space, and they put on like comedy shows. And so they set times and dates, and then people arrive and sit in the audience, and then you're up on stage with a microphone, and you're blah 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 blah, blah and everyone else will too. It's fucking amazing when you see it. I'll give you a shot on my one so you can see how it works.
Would be good for a laugh.
It's pretty good for a laugh. Like I was tinkering trying to build like a DHB kind of space, but I haven't worked on it anymore since then. But yeah,
they got Angus to build it in Minecraft.
Oh no, because it'll be intricate as fuck. How many matches? Jesus Christ!
I watched that the other day. It's a tremendous film. I forgot how good it was.
Oh, it's fantastic. It's fantastic. Bloody hell! But speaking of tremendous films, though, like you sent me away with a film called Harakiri. From the 1960s, do you say it was?
Like
or
67,
earlier.
I think.
67.
Or 64.
Black and white, Japanese film. Amazing film. Loved it the bits. Japanese doll. But no, fantastic film. Really loved it. So I think I'm going to go back and do like a deep dive of older films again, because there's so many classics that I've missed that I might have to purge or dive into your blockbuster.
Oh, I've got a couple more that I can give you if you like that.
That's a deal. That was a plan. So what else has been new with yourself, Lurch? Apart from surviving, because you've been busy as fuck. Hence why we've not really had shows, because it's been summer holidays. We've all been dealing with kids. You've been dealing with extra busyness at your work. It's not been much of a fucking summer though. Has it? Not really. No, it's been fucking hit or miss. Fucking barbecue season's gone. Fucking wise up. Fucking. So you've been. I taken a week off as well. Mm-hmm. Well, I'll say a couple of days. I went down to Edinburgh. Oh, nice. See the Who. Excellent. How did that go? I think it was a toss-up between Roger Daltrey and me as to who didn't want to be there the rest. Really? Was he completely fucking disinterested in those? Oh my God. It was the most sort of nepotistic fucking thing I've ever seen. Oh. Right, I'm even sat down in the seat 2 minutes, and fucking a customer comes up to me. No way. Bloody hell. Goes, oh, it's a butcher. You open again tomorrow? No. So he fucks off, right? And then you've got the stage, and they've got like TVs on the stage that show adverts. So you go to a concert for a bit of escapism. They're showing adverts, like regular adverts. It's like the pictures. It's like you're there, you're like, it's the start of the pictures. It's just like adverts. So first advert comes on. You're there for a bit of escapism. Yes. It's about fucking some boy with leukemia. Oh, brilliant. What's next? One about diabetes. Like, oh, for fucking wise up. So, see now, I'd be raging if I'd paid hard money to go see a band and I'm being hit with adverts for like fucking 20 minutes. I'd be fucking raging. Fundraising adverts as well. Jesus wept. So out comes Pete Townshend's brother. He's a support act, right? Right, okay. And he tried to fuck about with these pedals to kind of like create a song, and could he get it working? Oh no. He was fucking raging. And I'm like, fuck, is this a technician? Let's get on. And, so as that's going on, Abdi's filing in. Now, I went to Elton John and it was tremendous. Yes. You're full of poofs. Poofs are white. It was a great atmosphere. They're wonderful. This was full of mods. Oh. So, kind of like nearly 70-year-old manis that are trying to relive their youth. Oh, and they're up dancing like they're the techno Viking. Right. Okay.
Right?
Okay.
While their parka's
no.
on, Abdi's got a parka on the height of fucking summer.
Jesus
So
Christ.
he's trying to get a song going. And it happens. He starts raging, plays another song. And then here comes the people that are sitting in front of us. This lassie comes up, and I'm watching this, and I just see this person getting fucking ladled into a seat. I'm like, oh.
Oh, nice.
And the face just went,
Big
and stared at her pal, like, oh, she's fucking Biblius Maximus.
Oh, no. What? See, I've always questioned the idea of why do you do that before a concert that you've paid hard cash to go and see? Because you're going to sit there and you're like 10 minutes and you're like, I need a piss.
Oh.
I'm going to get everyone to move.
But the row behind us was like incontinent fucking row.
Oh, fuck's
Abdi was up
sake.
and doing the boy in the end was going, for fuck's sake. He was fucking raging. So this lassie got ladled into a chair, and then all of a sudden she's decided, I'm dry. So she gets up,
Right.
and we're up row 5, so she's in row 4.
Okay.
So she had 4 flights of steps to go down, basically.
Right.
It Tina 2 attempts. She had to sit down, and the shoes come off.
Right. Oh,
There was just like
fuck's sake.
the flats that lassies wear, just like
Aye.
a couple of them. I went, I'm going, she's fucking rubber there.
Jesus.
She'll surely not get served alcohol.
Aye.
Oh, yes.
Oh, nice.
Tons of it. So she come back, ladled herself into the seat again, and then she couldn't like get her. She had her handbag on, she put her jacket on, then she tried to take her handbag off, and I'm going,
So the chick is over the handbag, basically.
yes. So she's trying to take off a handbag
right.
to DNS, but as it's playing, there's a guy sitting next to her. She's speaking to somebody on the phone,
Okay.
and then she's just like doing that, listen to the concert.
Oh,
But
no.
as she's doing it, she's getting closer and closer to this boy's face. So the camera's like
Oh, no.
over boys head, and I go, what's he not saying then? What's he not saying then? I'd be kicking off. I'd be going
Aye.
fucking mental. No. So again, she went and got pissed again. And then she got teamed back to her seat later on towards the end.
And this guy wasn't a friend of hers. It was
No,
oh, wait.
no,
even
there was
better.
2 lassies, and you could tell her pal was just like fucking wise up.
Oh, nice.
Nick of you. So a guy came back, like an usher, and put her in a seat, and obviously said, she's pissed. Don't let her get up again. So there was that, right? So
Okay.
the boy's brother is playing, Pete Townsend's brother, and he was mediocre.
Right.
So then there's a break in between before the Who come out. So there's an advert for some fucking I don't get it. It was like this song. It just kept saying like monkey, and I'm going, what? Right, and it was just like a weird yellow stick figure animation thing. And it was like monkey.
Right.
I go, what is that gash on there?
So there's even adverts between the acts.
Well,
for
this
fuck's
was like
sake.
a music video.
Okay.
That was done by Pete Townsend's son.
Oh, right.
So
So,
I'm like, okay, that's two for 3.
Okay.
So then out they come. They're they're out on stage. The Who. Abby's gone fucking yes, getting it big licks, and Townsend goes, "We'll try and do a lot better tonight."
Oh, that's a promising start.
Yeah, that's a good start.
Jesus.
So they played the first song, and then the singer's like pulling his hearing aids out.
Oh, aye.
So he's howking him out his head, and he stops, and that's the end of the song. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
So, but the thing that got me, that fucking pissed me off, I'm sitting there and I'm going, it's all right. It's the Who's Name, I think. But they did like a Eminence front song. I quite like that.
Okay.
It was on a San Andreas radio
Can't think
station.
of it, but okay, I'll.
So that was, they played that song. And then the next thing's an instrumental. So there's graphics on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the Vietnam War.
Okay.
The lassie running through the building that got napalmed.
Oh, right. Okay.
So there's like video of that.
Jesus
And,
Christ.
It's Princess Diana and Charles getting married.
Wonderful.
Then it's her funeral.
Oh, for God's sake.
Then the crescendo,
hits.
right? The crescendo of this, the kind of peak of the song. The World Trade Center's founded.
No.
And then
It's like disaster porn.
COVID,
Oh, right.
Trump, Biden,
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Syrian war. And then
Jesus.
the fucking Ukrainian war.
Yes.
And the Ukrainian flag.
Okay.
So I'm like, what the fuck was that bullshit about?
Holy shit.
Fit was that fucking gash about. And I was just like, I was fucking fit.
For
So then
fuck's sake.
it finishes. That's fine. We leave and they come out to an encore. I'm like, come on. Because when we were gone in, that's the first time I've been part of like the herd gone into something. I'm like, I don't like this. It's too many folk.
Okay.
Okay, well, my fucking autism is kicking off. Oh, too many touchy poke. Oh, too many germs.
Too many die.
So we left. And I'm like, I don't know how I felt about that. So we decided the following day that the Hollywood vampires were playing
yes, okay.
in Glasgow. Well, why do we name Niport there? And we'll see that. Hollywood Vampires. Alice Cooper.
Okay.
The guitarist from Aerosmith.
Right.
Joe Perry.
Okay.
Fucking Johnny Depp.
Jesus, okay.
Right? And then a couple other folk. So, goes in. How much for a fucking double vodka?
Oh, I'm going to, concert price is a little bit higher. I'm going to say, double vodka, £6.
£20.
£20, wonderful. Holy, for a double vodka.
For a double vodka and a sploosh of Coke.
You're kidding me. Jesus Christ.
I was a bit spewing. So, there was
I would throw it in their face and walk away. I'm not one of this bitch. Sorry to
I
get
stood in the queue for long enough. I'm like, oh my
Holy
God.
shit, man.
So, there were, you had a band fucking playing to begin with, the supporting act. And then I went out during the bitty to get another couple of drinks, and I'll just get singles.
Right.
£12 for a single. So as I'm stood there, there's a pissed Glaswegian last year again. How much? I can get a lot more singing in Sucky Hall Street for you. I'm like, all right, on yourself, love it. And I'm fucking pissed myself off. This usher's like, I don't know what your price is at. So I goes back in and sits down. Now, this concert was a bit different because it was a lot of like fat lassies with red hair.
Right,
in,
okay.
the Jack Daniels t-shirts on.
Yes, okay, right.
And I got crutches.
One side shave, perhaps.
Aye,
for the hair.
the I got fucking fibromyalgia. The I got crutches.
Yes, okay.
I got fucking crutches, and the dog eat your wife.
Okay, yeah.
So like, tribute act goes over, and it's like Ian's were sitting in the wrong seat, so they'd come sit next to us, and they were raging about that. And then I'm like, I need to get up and have a piss. And I was like, oh, hold on. And they've got to do the whole act. They're like, I'm not for fucking benefits, eh? I'm not to grass you in. They do the whole act to get up, getting like fucking Stephen Hawking.
Lean on one crutch to get up to the seat.
I'm so hard done by. So I had to come back, and she wasn't happy about that, yeah. So the whole rigmarole. So sits down. There comes out. Starts playing, and it was good. Right, Alice Cooper was fucking right up, singing my little facey off, and then they let Johnny Depp like sing a couple of it. I don't know why.
Okay,
right, he's fucking.
Is he not singing?
I didn't even think his guitar was plugged in.
Oh, really?
Because like I'm watching it, and I'm going, I don't care much about playing guitar, but I'm pretty sure it's Nave that he's playing.
Oh, really?
That reads out of time. Reads out his cunt.
Okay.
So they played Heroes by David Bowie.
Right, okay.
Well, they're playing up, and then all of a sudden, on a TV screen, Ukrainian flag.
Oh, right, okay.
And I fucking went in a fucking rage again. I'm like, fit is the fucking deal with these tax dodging fucking pieces of shit musicians that make billions for doing fuck all that didn't stick in at school, telling us how to fucking think about stuff. How about you fucking pay for that fucking stuff instead of telling us that we
That's
need support?
it, you know.
How about you film the audience when you play Heroes? Because we're the fucking heroes. We're the cunts that made you millionaires.
Who was the celebrity that was banging on the news about, that you need to open your homes to refugees and bring them in, and if you've got a spare room, give them a room, bring them in and give people homes. And someone said to them, like, well, you've got a mansion. Like, how many rooms have you got in your mansion? Oh, but 15 rooms. Can you take in 15 families? And he's like, oh, well, no, because I'm out the country a lot. I'm never really there. And for tax purposes, and you're like, fuck right off, Stick to what you do best. And speaking shite on screen or singing a song, great, do that. Entertain. Don't fucking
monkey
politicize.
boy.
Exactly.
Aye. Stop telling us about politics.
Exactly.
I'm here for fucking escapism.
If I want to see about politics, I'll watch BBC News.
Aye.
I'm here for escapism.
I'm here for escapism. You're through.
I don't need to hear about your politics. I don't need to hear about your viewpoint on things. Just fucking play the music.
It fucking fizzed my piss, and then I felt really bad afterwards because I'm like a fucking fun sponge,
Oh, no, did you? Oh, no.
And I was fucking raging at the price of alcohol.
Oh, no.
So, no, it was just, the fucking...
And how did Gunn be react to you being this, angry,
she kind of
fun
like,
sponge kind of...
She goes, I can understand. And I'm like, I'm sorry I'm being such a fucking fun sponge. This is for you to do. Oh, my God. You fucking fools. I started morphing into NDD.
Oh, did you?
I did it. I started morphing into him, and I'm like, oh
shit.
This is not good, eh?
That's a worrying thing to happen.
I need to get off the booze. It's really not good. I'm turning into this fucker.
So, we can obviously speak of that too. Like, you've been booze clear now for a little while, haven't you? You've been...
I wasn't
mostly been a booze clear, but you've been predominantly off the drink.
Aye.
Aye.
Did
it just come to a point where you just thought, you know what, I'm done with this shit now, and it's not
like,
really
that's
happening?
enough of that.
Okay.
But I did have a bottle of Mad Dog a couple of weeks ago, and I fucking felt rough when I was in my bed. I couldn't sleep. I'm going, yeah, buddy. If you start hitting the internal monologue,
yes.
Yeah, buddy's full of poison. You've been drinking poison. I'm like,
Oh, wow.
but then I started like looking up. Like I was it. I was like, I had a dinner party, and then the day after, I was just like, done. I don't want to drink anymore.
Yeah.
But
Is that why you spent money, 250 quid on 2 chairs? To match the first 2 chairs.
Yeah.
So those of you, obviously, we're not doing the show live tonight, folks, because we have the table was cleared. It looks like for Lurch's dinner party. You've got the row in the middle there of the grippy strips.
I've got my little my centerpiece.
Centerpieces, of course. So you as I look all bonnet, but now for those of you who've seen the live show before, you'll see that the guests sit in 2 lovely leather chairs. You see, whereas the host, i.e., me, sits in a fucking plank of wood. But Lurchy has gone and invested in 2 matching chairs to match the first 2 chairs that have cost you the guts of 200 plus
About the price
quid.
of the fucking table.
About the price of the table. Purely for the dinner party. But was this to impress?
It was kind of purely for that. It was more because I hosted a couple of shows this past 6 weeks.
Yes.
And that bench fucking ruined my pooper.
Oh, did it really?
I can't be sitting on that.
It's because I've farted it so much. It's just been a bit rolled off in sandpaper.
Solid. I'm not built for sitting doing it. I'm built for fucking standing all day. But sitting on that, like, oh, no, I can't be doing this.
Oh.
But it looks a bit better.
It looks good. Looks good.
I'm surprised at how much space there was after I sat on doing. So I have kind of started making plans.
So can we talk about this as well then? So we obviously record the show in your kitchen, which is is primarily where we record things. And space is probably more limited than we would like, but we survive. It's good. It's good. It works well. Cameras work well. Everything's good. But this is essentially still your kitchen. You know, this is the space that you kind of need to use, especially if you're having dinner parties. And like, obviously everything was pulled apart, so the cameras are down, so that's why there's no live show tonight. But you're thinking about creating or building a dedicated space. A studio. A garden studio.
Proper. Well, have you seen like, now, because Abdi's working for him, Abdi's got like garden rooms are the thing.
Yes. Like the Coops. She's got a garden office,
She's got
she?
him.
Yeah.
So like she spoke about her one, and I'm like, oh. So I was been in the back of my head because I love a project.
Right.
I love building, and I done it for 3 years. And I didn't like my trees at the bottom of the garden.
Do you know?
No, they never bear me any fucking fruit.
Well, you're not going to give those to Steve, seemingly.
Yeah, well, we've been saying this for a year, but I think he keeps forgetting.
Ah, yes. It's because his brain's fucked.
Brain spaz.
Yes, brain spaz.
So I'm thinking about putting like a little proper garden room there. I looked at the prices.
Okay. Because that's not a huge space down in the bottom corner of your garden, because you haven't got the biggest garden in the world there.
So this space that we've got here
Yeah.
is essentially 1.2 meters by 1.3, I think.
Right, okay.
That space down there could be 4 meters deep and then 2.5 meters wide.
Right, okay, sorry, got you. Okay.
And then take away, say, 100 mil ish for the walls and stuff like that. Maybe a bit more if it's plastered.
Because I do remember when the shed was there that got torn down, and was it yourself that flew through the window holding the fucking mallet?
Black Widow. Speaking of Black Widow, that
right.
fucker showed up, and I was like, Thor.
Oh, what?
Couldn't let go of that cunt.
That was gold. So you're thinking building a dedicated garden shed, well not shed, but studio, sorry, and but making the interior studio worthy, essentially.
Yes. Well, it'll be plasterboarded.
Okay.
And painted and skirtings and laminate flooring.
Oofed.
So I'm going out. It's going to be insulated and on. It's
shit.
going to be a fucking cozy room.
Yeah,
I looked at ones that I've seen because Facebook shows me them.
Yeah.
And Facebook knows.
Because you once said it in private to maybe Gunby, Facebook, which is always listening, was like, oh, here's 20 adverts about garden houses.
Every fucking,
Yes.
like your first post is something and then your second needs an advert. And
Yep.
it's a fucking gut. And I've been looking at them all. So I'm marking it worse for myself because I'm like, oh, geez, look.
And I can kind of prove that they do this because there was a story I was reading. I was reading like a Star Wars novel on my Kindle one day, and there was a part of the novel where there was the protagonists were walking through a burnt out village that had had a battle with the Empire. There was stormtrooper helmets on spikes, right, by the entrance to this village. And then, so I came off this book and I was waiting. I turned on my computer, put on Facebook, and the first advert I got was for a stormtrooper helmet that was like decorated. So I'm like, you fucking know, you fucking know.
It's terrifying.
It's terrifying. They fucking know everything, man.
I was speaking to my sister about something one day, And it came up straight away that we were speaking about. Like,
Jesus.
I don't like this.
That's
I don't
fucking
like this
spooky.
phone shit.
Oh.
Again, like you're essentially Facebook for your bairn.
Yes.
You can be tapping in to see what he's saying.
Pretty much.
You ain't freaked him out with it yet.
No, but you can like just like call it. I think because they have to answer when you.
So you kind of just go, hello.
I'm not sure. Maybe you can.
Walkie-talkie.
I'll make them go to bed. Hello. Is this the boogeyman?
Oh, is it a creeper from Minecraft?
Oh, yes.
Rattle the bones.
Oh, stop it. The possibility. No, because then it comes fucking through screaming to our room and never leave it. We're like,
Can I sleep in your bed?
I need my space. Stop touching me.
So I was looking at garden
yes.
and I because they're now like a common thing that people are getting them because they're working from home, they want space, they want separation, it's fine. They're fucking dear.
Oh, yeah.
You're
So
like,
for that kind of space, what do you say, 4 meters by kind of 2.5 meters?
depending on what you're looking at, depending on the build structure and all that kind of stuff, and if you're building it or somebody's building it for you, it can be anywhere from 8 to 25.
Right.
And that depends on your finish as well.
Holy shit.
So I think I could probably build all in for less than 3.
Okay. Jesus.
And I'll build the cunt. I can't wait.
Now, can we... What kind of a back... Not to throw scorn upon your idea by any means. You know, I'm nothing
I've
but
got
supportive.
detailed plans, boy.
I mean, you see detailed plans. You've got what looks like a sheet of it's a school jotter.
It is.
With like a crude drawing of a square
Had a boss.
with a lot of numbers on it.
You had a boss, right? That's
Right,
just my
okay.
notes, right? I'll be
Right,
taking
okay.
notes, but
God, now he's scrolling
here's my
through.
blockbuster shelf.
Right, okay.
Look at that. It's all fucking measured out to put the square.
It looks wonderful.
Got my cutting list.
Oh shit!
Got my sizes and dimensions.
So you're quite.
I keep this secret.
Precise.
Yeah, well, that was my idea for machete.
Okay, right.
And that was my cutting list.
Holy shit!
And machete, yeah, I pretty much would think until somebody fucked about with the doors.
Right. Okay.
looks like that.
Okay. Fucking hell. Well, I'm sorry for pouring scorn.
I keep
How
this
very
shit
dare
hidden.
I?
It's like if you tell folk you got a van, you can just tell them.
No, exactly.
And if you want to be a bit charitable, there you go. But if you tell folk I've got a van, they want you to do stuff.
The worst thing I did was when I had my pickup. I used to have an old L200 animal pickup. Fucking loved it. It was a beautiful thing. Big old spotlights and big old chunky tires. I was like, oh, this is the thing for me. It's my beautiful car. Fuck yeah, my man. But the worst thing I ever did though was show your brother. Because then I was like fucking just, I'm needing a chair binned in the, can you come and get us a chair? Fuck, okay, fine. I'm needing all this stuff here moved to fucking like Alton break. Can you come and get us? Here we fucking go again. So yeah, that was one of the fun things about having a truck was everyone was like, I'm needing shit moved. Oh yeah, get fucked. Yeah, so.
Did I tell folk that you're good with the tools?
No, God, no. I made the mistake of like telling people or showing or doing things at work. Like I've done a couple of like photography things and a couple of computer related things at work that shows I'm capable. And that's the worst thing I ever did because I was like, Scott, we're needing you to do this, take photographs of this to post on our social media, blah, blah. So I'm like, okay, so that's even more work to do as well. Like, can you do this? And the worst thing is when you get certainly the older ones who have the mobile phone, big glasses on, held a meter away.
Size
20 font, yeah. And they're like, I can't seem to get this to connect to the Pornhubs. Right, okay, give it here. Fucking hell. And an hour on your phone to get this thing to work. It's just keep quiet. Don't tell anybody fucking anything at all you can do.
Keep it stum.
Keep it stum. Exactly.
How about keeping it stum? So I reckon I'm going to be off in October. Taking a week off in October, and I'll have my sheet materials here.
Do you reckon you can build it in a week?
I reckon
by yourself.
I could. I reckon it'll take my day to put the floor down.
Right.
It'll take my day to put but I'm putting it on bolts, right?
Okay, right.
I'm going to put like 14. Technical.
Are you putting on a concrete base?
No. So I'm going to mark holes.
Okay.
The holes, and then I'm going to put bolts in, and I'm going to bolt the bottom frame to this bolt.
Oh,
it's like a
right,
floating
okay.
bolt system.
Okay, yeah.
Ish. Because it can only be 2.5 meters tall.
Right.
Measured from the highest point of the garden.
Right.
So it's going to be 2.4 meters tall. Just in case I fuck up.
Okay, right.
But if I can get the base perfectly square, everything else should be perfect. And from the pull the walls plumb, from the pit roof on, Kager.
Bloody hell.
So it should be a piece of
And what about getting power out there? What about getting like all your sockets fitted and stuff? And
shit I haven't looked into yet.
Oh, right, okay. I know a good spark if you need.
Well, apparently you've got bury cable or but then it'll like come over the house, and I was looking at the price of cable. And
Steve laid cable for his man shed that he has, but but if you ask Steve, he'll go into like detail about it, and then but super detail about it, and then he'll do it, but then he'll critique himself and then pull it back up again and do it again, and then so. Yeah, and then he'll lay and go, I found a better one, and then it all goes back up again and get relayed again. You see, so yeah, you need to.
I'm worried about getting him his trees.
Did
that be a running?
Where's he going to fucking plant those things? Because his back garden is like I'm trying to explain. Like the ramps you get for launching boats. It's that kind of angle. Like if you were to like sit in the top of his garden, you would slide your arse in the bottom of the garden. Right? It's that big an incline.
I don't even ken how we got onto the point where he said he wanted them, and I'm like. All right. You have him if you want him.
Feel
for
free,
fucking logwood if you want him.
Exactly. Burn the fuckers if need be, But so no, that's an exciting prospect. So that's why October you said to the group chat, listen, it'll be free for a bit of digging and a bit of cement work or a bit of like bolt work.
The bit of digging, because I reckon I might fucking knock her myself out in the first day digging all these holes. I reckon I'll need like between 14 and 18 holes.
Right. Okay.
Depending on the size, but most of them will be at the front.
How deep do said holes go?
About 600 mil deep.
Jesus, okay. So really a spadeful.
And then like 50 kilo of concrete in each hole. So I need to get somebody to mix cement for me.
Holy shit.
Luckily, my sister's lad is a rookie, so...
Even better. Perfect. So have you thought about, and I'm just going to throw it out there, just for the sake of like keeping it in the family.
No,
right?
No.
Keeping it in the family and getting the aid and support from people who are perhaps more experienced than yourself in this kind of areas, i.e., Chuckles.
No.
Because Chuckles has built shit before, right? He built a big shed at your granddad's house.
He built the Blockbuster and fucked up to the fucking shelves. That's why I had to get into this shit. I'm like, right, fucking wise up. I'm going, right, I want a fucking inch at the top so I can get the DVDs in and out.
Yes.
As soon as we're building it, I'm like, wise the fuck up. That's not a space. Nails all wide, glue all wide, and it didn't even fit together. I had to buy a plane. Oh, okay, he's going to cotton on as soon as I say to him, can I get my fucking SDS drill back?
Oh, boy.
So I might just buy a new one.
I was going to say, have you maybe thought about like killing that SDS drill?
So that is my plan, though. That is my...
So that's the overall plan, is to have a dedicated DHB studio space. That's fucking exciting, by the way.
DHB summer house.
That's wonderful. Yeah. Holy shit. Because you'd obviously mentioned this to me before. I mentioned the Rubes. And she was like, you could totally put a space in the summer house outside. The one that she commandeered to be her little personal gym. So, but no, we can't do that. There's no soundproofing. It's too cold in the wintertime. No. If I'm recording things, I'll record in my garage. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
I'll just be calm.
It's
like
fine.
Rocky and the fucking meat chills.
Oh, I'll fucking do it. I don't give a shit.
I had a Manny come in the shop the other day, and right. He comes in. He's just a normal customer.
Right.
He's as normal as I get anyway.
That's not very normal.
So, I'm rattling off the pie. I don't even fit the fuck if I got a speech impediment and is the permanent marker that is on the glass spelt wrong.
Okay.
Because macaroni, pepperoni.
Right.
I don't know why, but Abdi calls it macaroni, peppercorn.
Oh, right, okay.
What? It drives me bonkers. So anyway, I'm rattling off all these pies, and 9 times out of 10, folk just cut you off. And like, what kind of pies you got? I got steak and black pudding, and I got steak.
Oh, right.
Yeah, okay, how many? Okay. 2. And they're like, aye. And then they just look at you like, continue. But you want more? Well, I tell you the rest, because you can't fucking read. So this guy come in, right? And he's after pies, and I'm standing there, and he just sort of went,
froze.
He like fucking glitched, right? I'm like,
okay.
He's buffering.
No.
And then he went,
I am.
He sneezed, right? But it scared the shit out of me.
Okay.
Because it was like, atuata! Right? It was this fucking bizarre sneeze.
Right.
And I actually thought I was in Street Fighter 2 with the noise he made, and I was expecting a flame to come flying towards me. And I think I would have teamed that over the smell.
Oh, no. A smelly sneeze.
This was fucking chronic.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Have you thought it could be aliens? Because
apparently they're coming.
Well, the US government has kind of like unofficially kind of said, look, these things are going on the go.
Can I be a conspiracist?
Well,
can I give a Nostradamus prediction?
Please.
So, I reckon
right,
aliens will invade.
Invade.
We will be invaded by aliens. This is my...
When do you think roughly? Because I think the US government said we can expect things to... Or they know they've been in contact and blah, blah, and they're watching us, but they don't think we're quite ready yet. And seemingly we are looking at about 2017 when they go, surprise!
There's adverts on Facebook just now for joining like some sort of Space Corps.
Really?
Like protect space.
Okay.
So I look at the price of gold, right?
Okay.
So they're gone. If there's an alien invasion, the price of gold will fucking go through the roof.
Right.
So I'm like, ooh.
Buy some gold.
This is what I'm thinking, right?
Okay.
Is there will be an alien invasion.
Right.
And we will all have to unite under one
Society.
one world government.
Right.
Because we have to fight them.
Okay.
But I don't think it'll happen. It'll happen. We'll hear it'll happen, but I reckon it will be.
So it'll be a theatre almost.
It'll be like because it's nearly. If you look at like the past 100 years, so you had the Spanish flu,
Yes.
you had COVID,
Okay.
then there's a war,
Right.
and then you had Orson Welles doing the fucking
War of the Worlds.
War of the Worlds, and all we started freaking out. So I'm thinking they're wanting to do that again.
Okay.
but we're going to unite under one God, one banner, one people,
Okay.
one band.
This is our Independence Day.
Yes.
Okay,
I
right.
reckon it'll be a bit like that because I am suddenly in the mood for watching dog shit fucking disaster films.
Are you really?
I'm at the point now where I'm like, I actually went a dose of self-inflicted anxiety.
Okay.
So I'm thinking about taking an edible
Right.
and watching these disaster films because it was the fucking deal in the mid to late 90s. It was nothing but disaster films.
And nothing ever came to a nice ending.
No.
It was,
You had Daylight, Dante's Inferno, fucking Volcano,
Armageddon.
Independence Day,
Yeah,
Armageddon,
exactly, yes.
fucking.
There
a
was
heap
the
of them.
one with the big fucking super wave that was going over the world. Oh, I forget what it's called again now. But yes, I know what you mean now.
I'm assuming it was because of the advent of CGI, but
Probably.
they were fucking fascinated with destroying the
Oh,
world.
yeah, yeah.
Roland Emmerich kind of fucking see the world being happy. He did
that's
that
true.
Mayan
You're
film, the Mayan calendar fucking film, 2018 or whatever.
Shit, you're right, actually. He did, yes. Good point. So you reckon that,
This is just a thought. I'm just putting it out there and I'm just being funny.
you're saying, again, the thought is, right, so the previous things we've had have been not so much orchestrated, but are coincidental that they keep the population, what are you saying,
Kind
controlled?
of repeat a bit though.
Okay.
But I reckon there'll be alien invasion and we'll have to unite under one government.
Okay.
Under the world.
That's not going to happen.
I think it might.
You think?
I think it'll be like Starship Troopers.
No, I think there might be an alien invasion.
Give it a
But I
watch.
think if you want fucking people to unite under one banner, I'm like, I think
they'll maybe try and push it.
Okay.
Like it'll be like, oh, we're the
Humanity.
the United States of the world.
Oh, right.
My God's dick is bigger than your God's dick.
Under one God, Trump. Exactly. There we go. Fucking hell.
He's comedy gold.
He's fucking comedy
Fucking
gold.
comedy gold.
It's just and I know it might piss off some Americans, but I don't give a fuck, right? It's like, how stupid are you people that you're thinking that this man is in any way capable to be president again? There's people, he's been indicted for what, 14 or so more, 20 more counts of fucking this, that, and next.
I think they need him just for the comedy value. I think they need a laugh.
they do.
This Hillary they've got just now is thick as fuck.
Oh, I know.
Is he actually dead?
Is he a puppet? I don't know, because when you see him like give interviews and he's like, yeah, so we need to focus on the thing with the cheese and
ice cream.
I like to touch badgers and Coronation Street. You're like, what the fuck are you saying?
I don't know why, but I, for some reason, during the TikTok on YouTube, the shorts, I kept getting like his fucking speeches because he's like fumbling and shit like that, or just picking random shit. Like
Just random shit.
I think he went down to like it was obviously the national school shooting that happens every other fucking day. Over there.
Yes.
He went down there and he says, I'm just in here for the ice cream. And I'm like, what?
Oh, fucking hell.
What the fuck? And you'll see ones where he's kind of like sniffing the girl's hair and shit like that.
He's got a creepy thing with that,
A bit of a sniffer, like,
A bit of a sniffer and a toucher. You know, like, oh, come on now. Why something?
Don't tell your ma or the magic.
Holy shit. Speaking of sniffers, have you seen when they had the footage of his son that was there was cocaine found in the toilets in the White House, and on the same day there was footage of Biden and his wife and his son on the balcony waving at folk, you see. And his son's in the background is giving it, whoa! Fucking, whoo! His eyes are white as plates, he's pulling at his collar. Oh, fucking hell! So they're like, oh, but we can't seem to trace whose cocaine this was. So it's being like swept under the carpet. You're like, The White House is probably the most intense security system in the world, and you can't tell who's fucking taking coke in the lavvies. You know, here's Hunter Biden. Wow, fucking.
The jogging at Baldy.
Oh, it was gold, man.
I'd never really cared for politics, but see, American politics, it's the best. It's the funniest shit gone.
It's hilarious, man. There's two podcasts that I follow. There's one called The News Agents, and it's like based in the UK. It's about three quite well-known journalists have created this podcast talking about some of the latest news things that are happening here. But they've also one called the News Agents USA. And it's just focusing pretty much on American politics, and it's hilarious. Like all this Trump fucking believers and stuff, and like the one guy phoning in, and he was a Trump supporter, and he just it's like a staunch Brexiteer. They can't tell you one benefit, of why their belief is correct, and what name me one tangible benefit that this man has brought to you people, And he's like, oh, well, he's been treated really badly by the press, and what benefit has he given you? Like, fucking Jesus, man. It's wonderful.
The whole political fucking folk who got mental and stuff, it just makes me happy, yeah.
It does.
It just makes me so happy.
And I don't know if it's forming my opinion on America as a whole, is when you're just seeing these crowds of MAGA hat wearing, fucking flag waving, like like fucking. How can a nation be so thick? There's so many wonderful, intelligent, amazing people in America, and then you've got these fucking crazy
the normies,
fucking Jesus wept. Not that Britain's any better. We've got more than our fair share collection of crazies. People fucking vote for Brexit. People still think Boris Johnson was a liar and a good prime minister. What the fuck is wrong with you people? Like, oh, Jesus wept. Rant over anyway.
I contacted our resident show logo artist, Manny Paul Draws.
Oh, yes, okay.
And I've asked him if he could tweak the logo.
Oh, again?
To put Kyle on it.
Okay.
So, see, for like your Hermes,
yes,
and for my legs are, he's going to be lying down there.
Okay.
But it's the 40.
Oh, the thumbs up and the kind of puffed out cheeks
just
thing.
knackered and fucking.
The one that I kept photoshopping into horrible Nazi propaganda.
It's got to look like that, and he's got to be naked.
There's been so many photographs that I've like sent him, or like in the group chat that people haven't seen of like him beside Hitler and stuff, and him like just all this different shit just to wind him up. And the poor man's going to break. I think at one point, I think he's going to go stabbing frenzy.
He was like, he said the last show that we did we kept playing the techno fucking Nazi SS music that he didn't come fit to do.
He was lost.
He did not know how to react. He's like, I don't know how to react because I don't want folk to think I'm he says, I don't want people to know I'm a racist. I'm like, well, they're going to find it anyway.
I went home and Rubes was not impressed. You can't be playing Nazi songs on the radio.
Bit of hiding you must have got.
Well, because anything that might threaten my jobs, I think scares her. And I'm like, but the one I was playing, it wasn't a Nazi song. It was a classic German kind of like
Ich bin Schnappi.
Ich bin Schnappi, for example. It wasn't a Nazi song as such. It just sounds a bit like one. You see, So I use that as a loophole. But
every time that we played it, Kyle kept like clicking his heels again.
I know.
Did you notice that?
I just thought it was because he was a friend of Dorothy. That's what I thought. There's no place like home.
His mints. When he comes into the shop, he showed up fucking 3 times at the week. He just kept showing up, and I'm like, oh my god, Kyle.
Oh bless.
And he looked like a gay Terminator.
I did love that as well, the gay Terminator.
And he goes, you went on here next door, darling. And I'm like, stop calling me darling in front of customers.
I photoshopped him and do the Terminator poster after you said that with the name Sperminator below it. I don't think he was too happy.
Yeah.
He was like, oh God, stop it. Okay, right, I'll stop it. Sorry. I
watched him as he minced to the Nisa, and he'll never wear with the heels in his shoes.
No.
He'll never wear them.
The pads of his feet will be worn completely through, but because he's a big loon, 6'4", isn't he? I think he is, and
he can mince it though.
He can mince it.
He can work at. He can twerk at airs.
He's got a ballet dancer's fucking heel about him as well, too. God.
He was there, and I had to go in to serve customers. He was right. I'm going. Right, I love you. Right, cheers, Kyle. See you later. Because I'm not going to say it. Right. See you, Kyle. And I was like, a heap of customers now because I love you. All right, cheers, Kyle. Say it back. Just say it once. Just say it. And Kyle, and he would fucking not. I'm like, yes, love you too, Kyle, but say it louder. Like, fuck off. Kyle was bullying me in fucking shop.
Oh, it's wonderful. So we were hoping to get Kyle on tonight's show, but he's of course away again. Another fucking paid for concert. Reading Festival, is it seemingly he's gone to, or somewhere down south he's getting paid for again to go and have a party basically for several nights.
He's fucking landing on his fucking feet.
He's done not bad, isn't he? Holy shit! I mean, could you imagine if we were that when we were that age, getting these paid for trips to fucking festivals? How much we probably would have died, to be fair, if we'd gone to these things.
I know. But I can maybe. Fuck! I need my bed. I need my bed in a shower. I can't be doing this tension.
No, tension is never me either.
Why the fuck camping? Why's that doing to fucking glamping and camping?
I know.
Fit is what are these cunts with the fucking we've converted our van and we're now like we're living like tramps.
That's it.
You're dealing for homeless folk fucking hate to survive. Exactly. You're dealing for a fucking laugh and a fucking Instagram page.
Doing it for likes on Instagram, exactly. Yeah. I mean, I've seen some van conversions that are fantastic. You know, like that's quite a cool thing for.
You've got all that shit in your house though.
But then what if you want to go away? Like for example, say I want to go to Thurso and visit the family, and I have to pay like fucking £100 or more a night for a shitty hotel room that smells of piss. Or I could go up in a van and just crash in the back.
Aye, you could just sleep in the back of the van. Sleep in the back of the van in a car park with fucking folk chopping all the time, getting a knock.
Who's chopping vans at fucking 2 a.m?
Flashing lights in cars.
I'm not leaving the interior light on for fuck's sake, you know? Who am I? Fucking Dr. Love, you know? Come on now. Jesus Christ.
I did like watching some of the, I suppose they're like ASMR videos. And just these fuckers that go camping and shit like that. And it's the dust pick. They just show you for the day. And I'm like, is this? Oh, and I'm like, why am I?
Is it the ones that are sped up a little bit? So like the chop one's like, sounding.
They just like doss about and like they'll camp and then they'll like. My favorite is constantly urban. What's it called? Urban camping?
Urban exploring, or
it's like urban camping. For they just find like a roundabout and like we're gonna go, right, let's go. And they go in and they're hiding a roundabout, like we're camping in a roundabout. Right, I've got my Aldi pound meal.
I haven't seen these fuckers.
They're fucking dogs, and I've reached the bottom.
Urban camping.
I've reached the bottom of YouTube. I've completed it almost.
Yeah.
It's the shit that I'm watching just now is because YouTube's been around for so long.
Yes.
Folk are now making video essays on like Boogie 2988.
Yes.
Folk have made video essays about him. Fucking
Are you watching the guy Sunny V2? I think
yes.
it is. Yes, that's who I watched too. And he talks about all these old former celebrities on YouTube who have fallen dramatically.
Fucked up.
Some of the stories are wholly fucking mental.
They're what was I watching? Somebody like he was like he started off as a Call of Duty player. It was like Only Use Me Blade or something his name was. And he just fucking alcohol consumed his cunt's life. Oof. And he now does, like, they've started now doing, because they're making so much money on YouTube, they can afford to make their own, like, Big Brother style live stream constantly in a house. Where they put, like, a heap of them together and making fucked up stuff.
Oh, yes, like a content creator house where every person who stays there is a creator, basically.
And they all fucking hate each other. They all fucking hate a meltdown.
Yes.
It just fucking ruins their careers.
And because they're all having, like, or they're all competing for the loudest noises or loudest kind of content, then they're pissing off the other ones who are trying to sleep because they're, you know, fucking.
And folk can, like, donate money to do stuff.
Yeah.
And, oh, my God. Like, I'm watching that. This is fucking dark. This is like bum fights all right.
Yeah. And the thing as well, though, is the stress of, like, stress they have of producing this constant content because everyone else got such a short kind of attention span that anything more than 20 seconds, like, fucking skip this. Unless you're like, boom, bang, here's what's happening, boom, bang, bosh, bash. Because I was making stuff for a while for Doggish Dad and even for DHB, like non-related videos to the shows. And that's why you're like, they're getting views, but I'm not really. You were chasing that kind of high, and like, if I do this, but it's better, I might get more views, you know. And you're like, but then you're like, fuck it, you know.
I think that's funny because, like, you see them, it becomes like their full-time job. They give their life to do this, and then they end up with so much fucking depression because they're chasing numbers. Yeah,
and they're constantly like they're doing like it's like 18-hour days they're doing to make these videos, and you're like, that's no life, you know. You're making the big bucks at a young age, which is cool as fuck, but you're battling depression, anxiety. You know, look at Boogie you know, he eventually became a point where he was like begging folk for money, you know, and you're like, fucking, it's just mental.
I love it. I just like watching downfalls of folk.
I do. It's amazing.
Like,
it's amazing.
You need to watch Nick Avocado.
I have. He's wonderful.
He's fucking mental.
Like, now for those of you who don't know who this guy is, I think, well, was it you that put him onto me before?
I've got a t-shirt of his.
Have you really?
It's just water weight.
Oh,
I support some of these motherfuckers.
When you look at the downfall, let's say downfall, not even a downfall, but kind of half rise and downfall of Nick Avocado, who went from being this kind of like lean, kind of trim, young gay man who was like, who started gaining a wee bit of weight, and he was like, oh, well, I'm not really trying to gain weight, but he kept eating shite, he was gaining more weight, and then he realised that people were enjoying him gaining weight. And then the next thing you know, he's like, fuck it, I'm doing mukbangs.
Yeah, he's turned into like a troll. He trolls them off. Like, I put Coops on, like, because I used to sit and watch him when I was doing a dust diet. Going, fucking cunt, eat that food. I'm going, look at all this money I let slip through my finger. I used to hate mukbangs before they were popular.
Yeah, exactly.
But I told Coops about it, and she got my Nick Avocado t-shirt for my birthday.
Oh, that's wonderful.
I don't even want to wear it because I'm just so happy to hear it. There was
avocado.
There was that that I watched, and there's a lassie called Foodie Beauty. Mm-hmm. What a fucking state. What a mess. What a lassie. She's one of them that just like eats on, and she was in like this fucking... Folk clip it all together. Just because their videos are like fucking 9 hours long. Shit like that. Folk will clip them. Yeah. Show you the good shit. And that's she was in a toxic fucking relationship with this boy.
She's not the one that was, you know, like, oh, here's my weight loss journey, guys. This is week
That's
one.
Amber Lynn.
Is it? And then like week two is like, okay, well, I gained like 10 pounds, but hey, like, you know, I'm gonna keep on trying. Aye. And then week three, I'm a bit depressed because I gained 5 pounds. And she went from being like 12 stone to being like 30 stone almost.
They're monsters.
Holy
they're
fuck.
fucking monsters. But
yeah.
It's all fit food does to you. There's
people in your family that could make a fortune.
I looked into all this shit because if you're constantly having sugar and fat, in such a refined state, it fucks up your brain chemistry because you're getting this release of I believe it to be true because the first time I ever ate whilst I was taking weed edibles, right? Music sounded better. Everything sounds just a little bit better when you take weed, right? Everything's just amplified and good if you're in the right mindset.
Yes.
I was starving one night. I thought, I just need something to sweeten my mood. So I was like, a jar and a tail. I'll eat a spoonful of that. And I swear to fuck, it was like fucking electric fireworks going off in my brain.
Holy shit.
So it's obviously the fat and the sugar from that. And then I was reading about how they fuck up their brain chemistry because they're taking so much fat and sugar. It's I think it's maybe dopamine that you get from that.
Yeah.
That your brain just craves it all the time. And that's why you eat so much more. And that's why people go, I eat my feelings. Because they get this happy boost.
You get a dopamine hit.
And how it fucks up your brain chemistry, it's fucking insane.
Oh, yeah. I spent long enough, like the dopamine hit was from eating for a long time for me. In my younger days, certainly as well too. But now it's, because I'm back at the gym again now as well too. I've been back for a little while. It's going really well. I'm enjoying myself, you know. I've nearly died a few times because I'm an egotistical fucker who thinks I can still lift weights. I did when I was 30, you know. I'm damn near 50 and I can't do that anymore, you know, or can't heal as quick anymore. But you do get that dopamine release afterwards. You're like, you know, I've worked hard. I feel better for it. I'm in the car. I'm having a protein shake and I feel better for it. And that's giving me my dopamine a bit better, you know. And certainly with the kind of like the ADHD brain I have as well too is like you're constantly lacking dopamine, if you will. So that's why you'll chase new things and hyper focus on things because you're looking for that dopamine.
I think that's why these phones are so fucking dangerous now.
Oh,
because
God,
it is just flashes of on in colour. That's why I hate a Marvel film.
Oh, really? Because it's just like fucking pow, pow, bang, bash, pow.
It's just explosions. It doesn't really matter much.
Because that's why, I mean, even like things like TikTok as well too, I got deep into it. I was like, right, backing off now because I was too much into these things. And my brain jumps from thing to thing. So I'm like TikTok and then Twitter. And then it's like, I'm into Threads now. And then I'm into Instagram. And then I'm into this. Like, what am I doing? Back and forth. They're chasing for that fucking... For nothing. For something you'll forget 2 seconds later, you know?
I like letting the battery run out of my phone now.
Oh, okay, yeah.
If it just switches itself off. Right?
Yeah.
Because like you can get timers for apps. For you can have 5 minutes of screen time. So Facebook is set for 5 minutes. Instagram's set for 10 because it takes a while to...
Oh, to compose your posts and stuff.
Yes.
And
So, and once it's off, that's it for the day. It's a lot more freeing. But YouTube, fucking wise up.
YouTube's the best though.
Gosh.
Like tonight, for example. So tonight, I will be up late tonight. So I'm going to go home and I'm going to edit the show and I'll get it all ready for releasing tomorrow. But I'm going to stay up till like 3, 4 in the morning because I'm going on to night shift tomorrow night.
Okay.
So normally the night before, you just stay up a bit later, try and get something back
Reset
in.
the body clock.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So, but I'll be probably sitting on YouTube just watching ghosty videos. That's my thing, you see, ghosty videos. I'm mad for ghosty videos. I watch all these, like, Nook's Top 5 and all these different ones. And they, of course, then go into, like, urban explorers who come across things. So people who have channels that aren't even dedicated to ghosts, who are just exploring old buildings, and they're like, the fuck is that?
Did you ever see one where
Love
it's
it.
like the guy's walking through his building and you can see somebody looking through the keyhole?
Yes.
It's like a white abandoned building, and I'm getting fucking goosebumps thinking about it. You just see his face
love
moving
it.
through the keyhole. I can't handle it. I get anxious.
I
as
shit,
fuck.
I shit, you know, I just thought I saw a heat through the glass window. You know, your frosted glass door behind you.
Oh, did I?
But it's not though. It's like your fucking barbecue thing. But it looked like a head for a second. I was like, oh, what's up?
Fucking
Shit my pants. But I mean, of course, because we've dabbled before on the show with like the ghost app. You know, the voice app thing where it speaks occasionally or it picks up sounds. Or you've been dabbling again with that, haven't you?
My sister keeps fucking a bit of ghost tube on. I'm like, no.
Oh.
Right? So we put it on the other day, right? And so I stood at the door and it was on. And
You should put it on and connect it to your speakers. You get it.
well,
Boom.
you can change the voice in it now.
Oh, can you?
It's got a
Okay.
creepy voice now that you can change it to.
A creepy
I put
voice.
it, every time I put it on here when Coops is here, she's fucking like, she wants to hurt me.
Does she?
She wants to stab me. So she met Gumby a couple of weeks ago, and I goes, well, put in a ghost tube. Because like, I'll fucking leave this bitch. I'll get you out of this motherfucking house right now. So I'm like, okay, I want it. So I put it on in the shop, right?
How does Gumby feel about the ghost
Oh,
tube?
she fucking hates it,
Does she?
She's like, no, I'm like, God, just get another 5 minutes. No. When we were in Edinburgh, I like to stay in this.
Famously haunted kind of city as well too.
I like to stay in this place called the Linton Collection. Posh as food.
Have you done the tour? Dungeons tour?
I see every time I go there. I just so we went there, right? We went there before. We stay in the Linton Collection.
Right,
So
what's
it's just
that?
like it's like a fancy Airbnb that's fucking dear as fuck.
Okay.
Right? So it's like for 3 nights, it's like 700 quid. But it's really
But it's top tier.
it's nice.
It's like treating yourself.
Like I
essentially.
go on holiday, but if I'm going
Exactly.
somewhere, I'm going fucking first class in the train, and I'm getting a really fucking
Well, that's
nice
it. You're not paying for like 2-3 grand to go to Spain for a week. You're paying $2 grand maybe to go for somewhere nice.
a bit of comfort and just a
Yes.
waff of the door.
Well,
to get a waff of the door.
The amount of time you graft at your job, especially as well too, is like you need to treat yourself occasionally. Have a nice
right.
thing. You know?
Treat yourself.
Treat yourself, bitch. So yeah.
we went there. I like going to this Linton Collection because I can the layout. It's relaxing and it's fucking. It is just nice. Like there's elements of my house that I've nicked for there.
Okay. Yeah.
So we were in there, and I'm like, I am sure this must have been like a hospital or something because you go in right, and then you go up, and there's all these apartments,
Okay.
and it's like white tiles. That's why my lobby's now white tiles.
Oh.
So it's like white tiles all
like
way.
it.
And I'm like, I'm sure this must be a hospital or something. Went down. Now I've got the ghost tube. And I'm like, we'll put a ghost tube on. She's like, no. I'm like, why? She's, don't you be put that ghost tube on, you know. Like, what's wrong with it, like? Put that ghost tube on and I'll be out of here, you know. So I says, right, when we're leaving, I'll put it on. She's like, okay.
Okay.
So I put it on and it was like murder.
Oh.
Dead babies and shit like that. It was like fucking dark shit.
Aye.
Like, oh, I didn't really like this. And I'm thinking it must have been a hospital. It was a bank. And I go, well, this explains because like you go into the front door and there's just like a bank vault door there.
Okay,
It's like
yeah.
an ornament. And I'm like, all right.
Holy shit.
So it was a bank. And I'm like, oh, it's fucked up. So the lobbies in it is obviously if it was the vault or whatever.
Okay. Aye.
And the lobby's got no windows. It freaks me out a bit.
Oh, nice.
I'm glad I didn't put ghost tube on. But
How do you get rid of the smell?
you don't?
You don't.
The second, when we went down to see the Who, she wanted to go to it's like the Burke and Hare Museum.
Oh yes. Okay.
What a fucking ghoulish place that is.
Is it?
I was walking through, go, oh my, what is, oh. It's just like there's a hell. You walk through it, right? So it's like, how the fuck would you describe it? It's like an oval shape. So like the floor, you can look down on it. So it's like this oval shape thing. It just goes up. There's all these floors. So as you're walking through, it's like sectioned, and it's like pickled bobbies.
Okay. Jesus.
But all the problems with it, so like this Bobby's got testicular cancer. This is a testicular cancer ball.
Holy
This
shit.
is like a Bobby with gangrene. This is a Bobby with a fucking clap. And I'm like, oh my God, can I get you out of here? Next thing I go
Jesus.
into, it's like wombs. And I'm like, oh no. And then the next thing's like titties, like fucking cut his titties.
Holy shit. Okay.
And I'm like, what the actual fuck? And it was roasting in air. And I'm going, you're a fucking ghoul taking me in here. I'm going to have fucking nightmares. Oh.
You're a fucking ghoul.
And then there was like babies and jars and fucking feet.
Jesus.
Fucking hands. And it was the titties that got me. In the
When you see like a Birkin hair, you expect like the kind of Birkin hair.
Apparently, the
grave robber kind of dudes.
apparently, like his skeleton or skin's in here. Listen, we just get fuck out of here, please.
Jesus
Christ.
Christ.
Everything in Edinburgh is like 60 quid.
Yeah.
Every time you go there, you could be going uphill, and then you'll come back the other way, and yet you're still going uphill.
Still going uphill. So yeah, it's fucking mad.
Every place we went into, it was like 60 quid.
But were you there during the festival period?
No.
Okay, right.
No, I never go during. I've been once during that. It was not exciting.
I've been dying to go down to the festival. Like, you spend a week there and go to different shows. Just pick a show at random. Let's go see this one here and do that, But I've never had a chance, though. But I have done the dungeon tour, where you go, you get the guide. Have you been up before at all, the dungeon tour? So obviously, for those of you who don't know, there's parts of Edinburgh that were built over, but I say over, like above their heads. There's underground homes. There's a whole street underground that you can walk through, essentially, from house to house. Underground, there's life happening above your head. There's a row of houses below this fucking place. You've got a guide in all the gear. There's like torches burning and stuff, and you go through, and he'll tell you about these homes and stuff. But there's one room, or one house that you go in this room, and in the corner of this room. Now, the minute I went in this room, I had the hair on my arms on end. I was like, "This isn't right. This isn't good." I went into the room, and in the corner of the room, there's like a small kind of bundle of soft toys stacked in the corner of the room. And it turns out that there'd been visitors had come, or tourists had come before, and had seen a small child in this room.
I've heard about it.
And subsequently, people will come now with a small toy and leave it in this pile as a kind of, this is for the wee bear, you see. So I'm standing there, and everything's buzzing. Like, it's hard to explain. You're just like electric going over you, like, holy fuck. And the guy's speaking, but I'm not hearing what he's saying. And my partner at the time, she's like looking around, oh, that's lovely, this is fine. And then the group moves ahead, but I'm still standing there. Like, I'm just staring at the back wall on this pile of soft toys. And I shit you not, Lurchy, there was it looked like a panda thing, a small kind of panda thing, at the top of this pile. There's no one else in this room. And this panda seemed to like sit up a little bit and then just fall down the pile. And I was like, oh, what's up? Fucking out of there. Cheerio now, bye-bye.
Show me daylight.
Holy fuck. But just the really creepiest feeling in this place. Spooky as fuck. But it was amazing to go see, But holy
Have you ever thought about going to the spooky church?
No, I haven't. No.
There's two.
I did think about it before, but I haven't pursued it.
Two. There's one, it's like come with the Causeway and Funeral Home is.
Yes.
It's like up for there for the tire places.
Okay.
It's like doing there. There's like there's one there, and then I think there's one sort of Offord Place or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Just off of Holborn. No, that's about Holborn. There's two, but apparently they're the shit. That's for sausage breath. Fucking learnt her craft.
Oh, really? Okay. Fuck. Was your mother was involved with that for a while, wasn't she? With
Oh, she loved going. Like the earliest fucking a memory that I've got in my ma's her in the kitchen. Mm-hmm. I go, why can I hear my ma's voice? Why she listen to a recording of her voice? And it was readings that she would get. You'd tape them. You go and see somebody just fucking sit and listen to them again. Like, oh, you can hear a ghost specking on here.
Jesus.
Like, no.
I told you about the figure I saw in your brother's old flat, didn't I? Mm-hmm. The old house, yes, between the doors. And
the last money that was hung in Aberdeen was in that building.
Was it really?
That building that he lived in.
Yeah.
The last man that got hung in Aberdeen lived in that building.
Really? Fucking hell.
Because it used to, it was my grandma and granddad's, who's my dad's mum and dad. And it used to terrify the fuck out of me because it was a basement flat.
Yeah, so
it was quite dull.
You're below street level, yeah.
And there was like the communal landing. There was the communal door. So it was like a frosted bitty, but it was kind of squares.
Yes.
And it was just, I was dark in their lobby, but the light for there would come in.
Okay,
and I always used to think some cunt was looking in.
Oh, okay,
But it was just a stair. It was like for the cellars where you could get to the back door, you could go upstairs to everybody else. And I'm like, yep.
Bloody
Every time I used to run and fucking shut my eyes.
Uh-huh.
Speaking of underground cunts, I watched Demolition Man the other day.
Oh, nice.
Have you watched it recently?
Not recently, no, not for a while.
Watch it again.
Because a lot of folk, I've heard a lot of folks saying it's very kind of, or it's
It's so fucking scary.
Like a lot of it's ringing true almost in parts. And
When they're in like visits Santa Monica Boulevard or whatever far it is, and they're at the police station, it's like Rob Schneider. He answers the phone. He says, "Hello, welcome, greetings and salutations."
Yes.
If you would like an automated responder, an automated teller to speak to, press 1 now. How many folk will speak to somebody on a phone now? They need shit like that.
Yes.
And then the swearing thing. We need to get up. Kind of like the what? And then you got Kyle Anderson. You have been fined 1 credit for the
That we'll do that. That's a good plan. You have been fined 1 credit.
You should watch it again because I'm watching it again.
For excessive poofery.
It's crazy how it's I just like the way the act and all this kind of stuff, and
I'm gonna go watch it again.
Everything's watching you, so all the cameras watch him, and Ahin can hear, Abdi can hear him, and then there's all the poor folk underground that are just wanting fed.
Holy shit!
So I'm like,
that's right.
This is a bit freaky deaky.
I'm gonna go watch it again because it's funny because it's come across my peripheral a few times in a few weeks. People saying, "Oh yeah, watch this again," and a lot of it's kind of relevant. And like, fucking hell, I'm gonna have to go watch that again. But I will.
Like Abdi Goes to Simpsons predicted this. Fucking Demolition Man predicted this shit.
Demolition Man predicted this shit. So yeah, but when it comes to like go back again to the whole ghosty thing as well too, is that I probably couldn't go to ghosty church because the rubes wouldn't let me. Like,
you should take him.
Well, yes. Like even watching the videos on YouTube that I watch, she's like, "Oh, what's up? You're inviting demons into this household." Like, and of course we use like Google TV. So I've got like a Google Chromecast thing with TV in it. And so the TV will show you thumbnails of things that you've maybe halfway watched and stuff. So like the kids will put the TV on in the morning and there's like 3 thumbnails like a ghosty face and stuff and 10 ghost videos this week. And I'm like, for fuck's sake. So you have to try and delete them before the kids can see them, but holy fuck. So yeah, I'm inviting evil into our home, according to my good lady wife. So
sage, and you need to put there's a type of crystal you're supposed to put above your door.
But then seemingly you're told not to fuck with sage. Unless you've been shown how to do it properly. Yeah, don't fuck with sage and don't fuck with
you can burn up frankincense. If you burn that, it gets rid of the negative energy. So I swear to fuck, right? See, if I put frankincense,
I swear to fuck, if my house is stinking of frankincense when I get home tonight or tomorrow, sorry.
I got frankincense sticks, right? And you're meant to light it with a purpose. So I lit it, and it was round about here, and it gets rid of the negativity, like cleanses it.
Okay,
right? Coops has done it, and I've done it, right? I'll tell you about her one, but when I did it here, I went into the microphones.
Okay.
Weird. It was like, because we can be quite negative sometimes.
Sometimes,
it was
allegedly.
Obviously getting rid of a bit of that.
Okay.
Coops did it in her cabin, and she said the smoke just hovered around the chair that Abdi sits in.
Really?
And I'm going, right, I'm getting about that shit.
So you take your frankincense stick and you set it on fire, but whilst doing so, you're imagining what negative energy you want to purge.
Yeah, there's like guides and shit, and there's like specific ones you can buy. Like frankincense is good for purging negative energy. So I got it because occasionally there can be like, I don't want to take negativity of working, so I'll put it on. If you put, I think it's a clear quartz above your door.
Okay.
We charge it up to the moon now, this shit, but you put it above the door and it kind of stops more negative shit coming in.
Okay.
I've got rose quartz out of the house.
Okay.
But
and rose quartz is the same as clear quartz.
Oh no, rose quartz is like the love stone and all that shit.
Oh, okay.
We've basically got a fucking rose quartz fucking bonsai tree. So
nice. Oh, is that what's in the window over there? I did see that. That's quite nice. That okay. Rose quartz bonsai tree.
I think with stones though, you need to go and see them, and you have to pick the one that speaks to you.
Okay.
It's like you order them online, like it's maybe near the fucking stone you're supposed to have.
Okay.
But then the Edinburgh museum's got them, but there's a lot of fucking folk in there, so you need to clean them. So I do the negative energy and shit like that.
Jesus, I did not know this. This is all news. I'm quite intrigued. I'm intrigued by this stuff.
It's fascinating.
Yes, exactly.
I find it fascinating
Because I've seen like people do cleanses of homes, like burning sage, which is fine, walking around the burning sage to get the energy clearing, but also with a chicken's egg, for example, and they'll wave it around, or they'll set it down in the middle of the floor.
And it's meant to go into there. Or?
Well, yeah. So like I've seen a few now where the egg it's an egg of a random egg of a box. It's not been picked. Like the guy might say to you, right, go buy a box of eggs, and don't tell me where you get it from. Just buy a box of eggs. He'll come, he'll pick one at random. Well, you pick one at random or give me that egg, that's fine. He'll go, sit it on the floor, and then he'll do his sage thing, walk around, and then he's like, come watch this. He'll take the egg and crack it, and it's just black shit coming out of it. And you're like, what the fuck? That's amazing. But
Did I tell you if Moira she came over because I'm like, there's fucking some cunt on the stairs.
yes, just told me about this, yeah.
Aye, she came over and she's like, oh, I don't want to go up there. I'm like, fucking wise up. Get up there with the proton pack now. And she's like, nah, if I ever see her, doesn't want me coming up the stairs. Like, can you just keep this to yourself and not tell me? So she went up and she's like, there's somebody new here. Somebody's teeing him in. She's like, your granddad's there. And there's somebody else there now, but they're both on the lobby and they're in different, they don't see each other in different paths or whatever.
Okay, right.
So she said she got rid of him. I fucking hope so. But
Fucking hell.
she left the sage and like, I'm burning that shit.
Right.
When we lived in Bucksburn, did I ever tell you about the guy that used to live here? He died in the flat.
You don't, oh, no, I think you did,
So
sorry.
this
Yeah,
guy Arthur died in the flat. And apparently
the same flat that you were in?
yes.
Okay.
So apparently he fucking loved me because I used to sit and watch war documentaries all the time.
Oh, right, okay.
Because I sit next to you right now, like, right? Fucking no.
Oh, what's up?
So I got up and went a while. But she got me into this. She was like, the fucking house is just melting my brain. I've got a fucking headache in the living room constantly. Mm-hmm. She got a couple of the Ghostbusters to come in. Apparently there was a vortex in the living room and cunts were just coming and going.
In no flat.
Yes. In the living room. And I'm like,
Okay.
could we live in the travel lodge across the road? Okay, what the fuck?
Because that of course was also prime when we recorded shows in there, was prime like Lurchy standing pulling hair out as well sometimes with sore heads was during that phase, so I don't know if that's
I
related.
think
or
that
not,
was
but
alcohol related.
that might be alcohol related.
It's homebrew related.
Maybe it. Holy shit.
The ghosty shit is just
I still would like to go on a ghosty hunt, like you and I go on a ghosty hunt. We've had an offer from a local group that said, a guy called Scott Mackay, probably has, you've heard of him as well too. He's one of our listeners, is like to go with them to do like a ghosty hunt, which is all well and good, but I think it would be more fun if it was just you and I.
yes.
Because going with a group, I think the problem would be going with a group is that not that we pull the piss, but if there were personalities there that we clashed with, or maybe, I don't know, ping dar autism or ADHD, we're like, oh, what's up? We could be offensive, right? Not meaning to be, but that's how we roll. If we go together, solo, maybe with one other, maybe have Coops, if Coops would be game.
I know, I think we should take her.
Hot sauce.
And then we could just get a couple of GoPros each and then disappear.
Yep, torches, GoPros.
Omar in.
Yep.
I'd be shiting myself. But
Where can we go?
Content.
For listeners in the Aberdeen and Aberdeenshire area, give us some suggestions of where Lurch and I could go. If you own an old abandoned building and you don't mind us two going, what the fuck? Through the whole thing late at night, then let us know. We need a venue, a hospital.
Something that death's been around.
Would you, like, so...
If I went, I'd probably want Kyle with me because I would just be a big fucking Jesse. I would literally be the biggest fucking Jesse.
I was going to say, would you be okay with us splitting up and going different floors,
as long as
solo and stuff?
Kyle's with me, I would maybe do a bit with like, no, you come back.
I'll be taking 15 torches because the minute one dies, oh, I still got back up. I'm just shiting myself.
Do you think they would get pissed off if we went dressed like Egon? Because I've still got ad shirts, mine shirts that I had made. I was trying to figure out what I wanted the uniform to be.
Yes,
I had the Ghostbusters shirt.
That's right, yeah.
Go with them. Proton packs.
I will happily fucking get a Ghostbusters shirt. Holy fuck. We should. I know we keep saying we'll do these things, and we never do, but this is one thing I think that could be easy to do. Doesn't take a lot of planning or setup.
Ken, like we were speaking about the YouTube videos. And
Yes.
They've fucking ruined their careers by doing like one silly... My fucking awesomeness will go straight out window because I'll be skirling like a bairn.
Well, that's the thing. Like even some of our old videos, there's a video, not even a video, a song that was made by a listener, and I feel bad because I forget their name, but this was like 10 years ago that they sent a song in. Do you remember I made a video on YouTube about the Cookie Monster cupcakes?
Yes.
And so this person took samples of my speaking during this thing and made like a dance track out of it.
Was it Davian?
It wasn't Davian, no. And it came up recently in my music lesson. Like, what the fuck is this? Like, holy shit, I haven't done it for years. You know what I'll do? I'll add it to the end of this recording.
The outro music.
The outro music, maybe. That's what I'll do, yes. I'll put it on there so you can hear it. And it's so well done. You're like, holy fuck, that's amazing. Someone took time to make a song with me speaking shit through it. I thought, that's fucking outstanding. But yeah, like for a video, I think the fourth, going forward with the DHB videos, especially on the YouTube channel, is I've got no pressure anymore to try and go for the hits. I just want to make things that are funny, or like small videos that are funny, some good shit, just things that'll give us a smile. But I think a video of us two with separate GoPros.
I reckon I could probably convince my sister to come with that.
Do you think?
Because she would be the worst.
Does she like spooky shit as well? Does she?
No, she hates it. She would be shiting herself. And she would be, well, you seen her that fucking spider the other day?
That was gold.
It would just be that times a million.
No, yes, do it, fucking do it. We've got to do this. So, listeners, that's your challenge before the next show. Is come up with a venue for us. Obviously, go to our chat group on Facebook. Or go to our Discord. There's a link to our Discord on the website. There's some quite good chatting going on there. And give us some ideas of where we can go, where Lurch and I can go, or where we'd be allowed to go with a couple of GoPros and 50,000 torches and to see if we can find ghosties.
Oh, can it be ace if can like you get the alien tracker?
Yes. With the ghost with the two prongs coming out. Oh my God.
Yeah. You were saying like we might if we go with a group, we might rub them the wrong way, or somebody will probably have an accent, and I will lose my shit.
But the thing is though, is if we go with a group, like I'm sure they're very professional, whereas we're not.
No,
and I'm scared that we'll offend them from being very unprofessional.
Well, I was incredibly unprofessional in the shop a couple of weeks ago.
Okay, I don't believe a word of that.
Well, it was. I honestly felt like it was Christmas time.
Okay,
or my birthday. Because a South African person came in.
Oh, wonderful.
A white South African.
A white South African.
Right, and I'm like, hi, how are you? It's like, I'm very well today, thank you. And I'm like, And I was
you want some biltong?
I was like fucking stabbing it, dude.
Oh, no.
I'm like, that's a...
Is that one of the accents that stir your boat?
Yes. Well, because, right, so I was like, I'm going to get her to say fucking some sort of quotes for
Lethal Whip
from fucking District 9, right? So okay. I'm like, so straight away, well, she's going, what does this appear? And I'm going, I'd say garlic butter mayo. I mark it myself. It's fantastic with chicken, but see if you mark it with prawns.
Oh, genius.
And she's like, oh yes, well, what about this one here? And I'm going, well, that is pain mayo. It says fantastic with prawns. She goes, what is this fascination with prawns?
She wasn't biting.
What is this fascination with prawns? And I'm like, vinegar babes, and I'm like, I'm going, where's that accent for? And she's going, I'm South African. And I'm like, okay. I thought it was Northern Ireland.
Like, wonderful.
So, no humour.
No, okay.
So she's like, no, I'm actually travelling, she said she was Glasgow. And I says, it's really, you need to get your jobs if you're doing it, right? Like, you'll get your jobs.
The Badlands.
There's a lot of rats and all that. Did you see a lot of rats in there? There's no rats. And I'm like, it's another rain, right?
Oh no, it's coming in waves.
And then, perfect timing, Ronnie comes in, the boy fucking, right, rocket heat.
Oh, right, okay, right.
And I'm going, he's a cheeky chappy, him, He's a cheeky chappy. And she never said chappy, though. I was trying my best for her to go, chippy.
He's
a cheeky chappy.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, dear.
So I got rat and prawns out, and I was fucking over the moon with myself.
Genius, well done. I think we can probably call the end tonight's show. We're a good hour and a half in. That's not bad going, actually. That's fucking longer than I thought it'd be. So yeah, folks.
Right, hold on. I've got something for you need to watch on YouTube.
Oh, what's that?
Right, I watched a thing about, are they called Hasidic Jews?
Right.
So it's Mancha, right? It come up and I'm
now,
like...
Hasidic Jews, again, part of my
Orthodox
are the ones with the curls and the... Yes.
They're very into their fucking religion.
Right, yes.
Right? So I'm watching it come up and I'm like, it's about food. And I thought, well, it's like the Jewish law is kosher. Kosher is law.
Yeah.
And I'm like, right, get a watch. It was made in like 2002 or something like that. It looked like a BBC documentary.
Okay.
And they're up in Aberdeen. gone round all the fish houses, like harassing the fuck out of the up here. Right? Is this a kosher? Right? Oh, this is great. And then they're explaining like for being like an orthodox one, it's strict. Everything's in the books. Everything's in the tablets or whatever, and the scrolls.
Okay,
you've got to look through all this shit, right? And he, it blew my mind about the blood thing. Can't I hate blood? But then I'm going, I'm sitting there going, they're awful nervous creators. Like they're really nervous creators. Then they've got like an anxiety about them because you get one of them just shows up in a baker and goes, oh yeah, I'm the fucking Jewish kosher inspector. I'm like, oh, I can handle that.
Holy fuck! Okay.
So they're looking about and I'm going, why are they so nervous?
Or do they have any official
so they're part of a church, the Ben Mid or something like that in Manchester.
Okay, but do they have any official kind of way of causing you issues if you are non-kosher? Say, for example, they came to you and said, right, this is non-kosher.
Use me.
Okay, right.
They just wouldn't use me
right.
because they're not allowed to consume blood.
Right, got you.
So they're not allowed to consume blood. So like they're in a baker and there's a guy like cracking eggs and hunting it over a fucking mirror and all that shit. I'm going, why is this fucking like this? And then he's telling you about other books. He's like, if you overthink something, if you think something happens and you got to pray for it and all this kind of stuff, pray for your blood, pray for your soul. And I'm going, holy fuck. And he explained it all. And I'm going, no wonder these cunts are nervous as fuck. Pure bastards.
I need to see this now.
There's 3 of them. There's one about the food, which was really good because they're on about the slaughter. So they can only eat the top half of a cow because it's the only way that they can drain the blood. There's now a lot of skilled butchers can drain the blood properly from the legs.
Okay.
So I could make a fortune here. I could fucking moonlight as one of them.
Holy shit, okay.
So they showed you the slaughter. The second one was about Passover. So, they fucking got 2 ovens and 2 sinks in their houses. One's for meat, one's for dairy, and it's separate. Really? It's segregated. And all this kind of stuff. During Passover, Anne's got to be tin covered over. The dad uses electricity and all that stuff.
Jesus, okay.
And I'm watching it, and I had like a weird thought.
Right.
Just from watching it. This is my weird thought. So they're gone, like they didn't really drink, but there's a certain day that they will, because the wine needs to be kosher, there needs to eat being done.
Right, okay.
And they didn't eat like bread. It's got to be kosher bread in an oven that's never had meat in it or dairy.
Right, okay. Jesus, that's a lot of hassle.
And then I'm thinking, Christianity, which is like fucking pushed on a lot of us.
Yeah.
The body and blood of Christ is alcohol and bread.
Mm-hmm.
And that is like the 2 things that's forced upon you really in society that you need the best for you.
Yeah.
Whereas theirs is kind of they're looking after their health. We're about fucking alcohol and fucking carbs.
Alcohol and
I'm like,
buns.
is enough YouTube for the night.
Holy fuck. Overthinking everything. Holy shit.
The one about the circumcision though. Like, why the fuck is that boy putting his fucking mouth on Aunt Baron's bobby?
Oh, that shit freaks me out too. I just suck out the blood.
They're not allowed blood, but they'll take the blood off of fucking Baron's bobby.
Aye, they'll suck it out. And then, like, that fucking weirds me the fuck out.
Fucking time with his life, sleeping in his buggy, and then they're walking it up, and they're fucking out with the scissors and the scalpel. I'm like, oh, fucking wise up.
Oh, it's when you see the ones that do the mad dunking. You know, they've got the big bowl of holy water, and they're fucking hamming his bear into the water. Bear just looking fucking shell shocked. What the fuck's going on? Like, holy fuck! There's a video that did the rounds of a bear getting dramatically smashed into the water, and it kind of freeze frames his face like, what the fuck? Like, it's just, oh my God, amazing.
Did you ever see that video of the bear that got lost in the woods for like 2 days? There's like a little kid who got lost in the woods, and they found him. But he aged. Fuck up, pure little motherfucker. He was like 4 or something. He went in as a 4-year-old. 2 days later, he was like fucking Willem Dafoe.
Oh no!
It's just this photo of him. He's like, that's like,
Jesus Christ. I couldn't survive fucking 1 day in the woods, let alone 2 days. Holy shit. See, although I've been listening to a podcast, again, to go off the track entirely here, but listening to a podcast about, it's called Yeti, it's on BBC Sounds.
Okay.
About the 2 people who, because 2 people who are searching for the Yeti. There's still the belief, like even David Attenborough, when it asked, do you think there's anything out there that we don't know about, had said, I still think there's some kind of like large ape type
shit and like
thing,
the redwoods and all that, they reckon.
Yeah, exactly. So these 2 guys have been away on like expeditions to find Yeti, and it's fascinating listening as well too. But there was a video as well that was released of some guy was out hiking, I think maybe in the redwoods kind of area as well too, and he's got a video of him like filming the trees, and what looks like a fucking huge It looks like a huge hairy human, but from behind, ripping bark off a tree and throwing it to the side. And it's like, what the fuck is that? But
have you
that kind of shit fascinates me as well.
Have you listened to some of the alleged audio recordings of Sasquatches and stuff like that?
Yes,
That gives me the heebie-jeebies when you hear that screaming, and I'm like, oh, nope, nope.
There's also a podcast called Spooked that I listened to as well. Again, it's like, again, my fascination with the ghost world, if you will. But this was a collection of people telling their stories about things that have happened to them. And this one is about this Native American chap who believes he came across Bigfoot, Yeti, whatever it is, but the way it interacts with him and his tribe, and it's like, oh, you fucker, wise up. It's just fascinating stuff, like, it really is. Is
the ghosty thing like a morbid fascination, or is it curiosity, skepticism? Does it give you a fear?
Do you know what it is? I think because I've been really kind of fascinated by it since a young age. And I think because I had a couple of experiences when I was younger that made me think shit's not right, or it's not as fake as folk make it out to be. And then, because I've told before about the things that happened to me, the thing across the pathway and the duvet getting ripped off my bed and stuff, and things that happened and I've always felt, like I said, that whole thing with the kind of feeling about, shit, something's not right here, and the hair's rising and that kind of electric kind of feeling.
Spidey sense
in some respects. The thing with your brother's house, there's a thing happened to Soul one time that I told him about as well too. There's different things that have happened or I've seen happen that have made me more curious to learn more about. And I love hearing stories from people who've gone through the same things. I've loved like watching YouTube videos and stuff. I even thought about starting a podcast, like telling these stories that people had written down or stuff. Because I see there's quite a few subreddits where people tell their stories as well too. Yeah. And I've got like a pilot episode that I've recorded that I've never released, that I might release for fun, just so people can hear it, of like 3 stories that were told to me. One was an interview with a guy who grew up in a haunted house, and some of the shit that happened to him. And I'm like, it's me speaking to him through, I think I recorded it during COVID, so it was over Skype, speaking to this guy, and him telling his story. And it's gripping stuff, some of it as well too, but I've always been fascinated by that. I thought about releasing or doing some of these things and maybe release it as an XS content or just like a bit of fun for on the feed, or maybe it's a whole separate feed for itself, but I think it depends though on like how many stories you can get without ripping things off, or like stealing stories from the internet, or I would prefer to have like stories that were local or people, like.
If you look at like half the cunts, like the ghoulish cunts on YouTube, they're telling these like murder cases and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I find that shite. Like somebody's died and been fucking raped to death,
and we're using it for fucking views.
You're profiteering off
essentially.
But like, I think telling stories that have been written down.
Yeah.
I don't see a problem with that.
No, I don't think so. But because, like you said, the stories have all got like it's all a spiritual sense. It's all things that people are. If I could have people submit stories or share stories, or would even be open to be interviewed, I would love to do that. So I could gather things and present it as a podcast. That'd be quite cool. Just me reading out some of these stories or doing interviews. And like things like if we go to this ghosty hunt, like you and me does a show, like we're like, holy shit, did you see this? Did you see that? Blah, blah, stuff. Yeah. And so I think as a kind of wee side shoot, I did think about it. And I might even, depending if there's interest, if you want to hear it, folks, let us know.
I might release it. Fucking listen to it.
I might release it on this feed, on our normal podcast feed. I'll dig it out because it's sitting recorded and good to go, but I've never released it. It was like a pilot episode for this thing I had. But yeah, we give it a try. But I'll send it to you. I'll maybe send it to you, see what you think, and then we can go from there. But
can I end on one of my favorite comedians' jokes about Bigfoot?
Please.
I think Bigfoot is blurry. That's the problem.
Thank you, folks. Have a good night. No, folks. We will end tonight's show. Thank you for hanging around tonight in this damn near hour and 43 minutes of us speaking nonsense. Of course, go to our website, dhbradio.com, and on there you will find links, obviously, to our Discord, to our Facebook, and as well. I do want to shout out quickly to some of our listeners who've still been donating to the show through our coffee link on the website, ko-fi.com. Fucking the link's there on the website. People like Daniel Woodhouse, Andy Brown, Tom, Lewis Donald, Dean Mays, of course, Belle Costello, who's wrote in a great supportive email to the show as well, too, which is fantastic. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for supporting us and keeping us going. And to all of you who listen to the show, of course, and
Can you support us a bit more by giving us 5-star reviews on Spotify?
No, that would be
We would
great.
love a 5-star review on Spotify.
And remember, folks, if you did listen to us before on Stitcher, then you're fucked because Stitcher now is
it's all
down.
that shit about.
It's done, seemingly. I got an email from them saying, hey,
fucking
listen.
£40 a year. I was playing for that shit.
Was it we? Fucking hell, because they came out an email to me saying, hey, your show's in Stitcher, but it won't be for long because we're shutting down our production or shutting down our services.
It's a better podcast.
There's a couple of apps like I use. The Google Podcast app's quite good for collating your podcast that you like, but I also use one on Android. What's it called again? It's called, I use it primarily, Pocket Casts, it's called. So I use Pocket Casts and I use Google Podcasts. Google Podcasts would be the easy one to find straight away. It's I think Pocket Casts has got a paid version or a free version. I've got the paid version. But pretty much any kind of podcast software now will do the job. You know, it's because they're so prolific, you just type in what you want and away you go. So
I think I only ever fucking listen to is us in fucking Gilbert Godfrey's podcast. I love going through that shit.
There's a couple of spooky ones I'll put you on as well to see if you fancy them, you know. But so yeah, folks, go to dhbradio.com. All the links are there for everything. I do recommend our Discord because that's quite good fun in there as well too. Of course,
I recommend a 5-star review for us on Stitcher.
I recommend
Spotify.
on Spotify, on Apple, iTunes, everything you can do. Rate us highly if you can, because the more ratings we get and the more reviews we get, the higher we climb up the charts. Because these days, all these new podcasts wait, here's the thing. Every podcast.
Oh, right. Oh, your heckles went up there.
Just a quick thing, right? But I've noticed, like on TikTok, people releasing footage from their podcasts, and they all seem to be DHB clones. We started this shit 14 years ago. 14 years about 14 years ago, and now every podcast out there is doing the same shit that we do. They didn't do it before. Back then, when we started, we were the only ones doing this shit.
I've noticed one cunt has started using Johnny Davidson.
Really? Yep. I didn't notice that.
Shane Gillen or something like that. Gillis.
Okay.
An American comedian. He's been speaking about Johnny Davidson.
Has he? Bastards. So yeah, the original and the best would appreciate your reviews and your 5-star ratings, and of course you're sharing any posts or links on Facebook that promote the show. That would be great. I'll bid you good night, and bear in mind that what you're hearing now is the song made by a listener from audio from one of my YouTube videos.
Insert audio name here.
Exactly. Toodaloo, motherfuckers. Can I God bless?
Shalom, baby.
Shalom.
Look at these magnificent, look at these magnificent, look at these magnificent, look at these magnificent, it's Cookie Monsters. Look at these magnificent, look at these magnificent, look at Cookie Monsters.
Go.